in your presentation, especially you. Just 10 or 15 years ago, the holidays felt incredibly different. There was a palpable sense of holiday spirit everywhere. It genuinely seemed like everyone was far more excited about these special times back then, but now that feeling has undeniably shifted. I've heard countless others express this exact sentiment, so I know I'm certainly not alone in this observation. Many people out there feel precisely the same way I do, and it's truly a shame because holidays are inherently special. There is, or at least there should be, a profound spiritual connection woven into the fabric of most of them. Yet it increasingly feels like we've lost touch with that deeper meaning. I want to explore some of the most significant ways I've noticed this change unfold. It probably goes without saying that Christmas stands out as a prime example. It simply doesn't feel the same anymore. A major contributing factor, in my opinion, is the phenomenon of stores displaying Christmas decorations and merchandise even before Halloween, which feels like a truly perplexing and unfortunate trend. I firmly believe they shouldn't do that, as it feels rather misguided, but we all understand the underlying reason: consumerism. Retailers want us to start buying all the new decorations, all the gifts for everyone, pushing us into a relentless cycle of consumption. When you're essentially exposed to Christmas for a quarter, or sometimes even half of the year, it inevitably desensitizes you. The true Christmas spirit begins to lose its significance because you're encountering the commercialized version of Christmas every time you step into a store for months on end. In some cases, people even put up Christmas decorations before Halloween, sometimes alongside Halloween decor. This relentless early exposure diminishes the special spiritual connection we should have with the season, making us lose sight of what Christmas is genuinely supposed to be about. This extends beyond Christmas too. We seem to have lost perspective on the core meaning of many holidays, focusing instead on activities and material purchases rather than the deeper significance, largely due to drifting further and further away from established traditions. Consider the traditions that once anchored our holidays. Easter often meant church, lively egg hunts, and cherished family time. Thanksgiving always involved specific rituals and gatherings, and Christmas, likewise, had its own set of cherished customs. Even Halloween had its traditions. As time has progressed, however, it appears we've increasingly moved away from these foundational traditions. And when we distance ourselves from tradition, I believe we also begin to drift away from culture itself, and more importantly, from that spiritual connection, the profound underlying meaning that each holiday is truly meant to embody. Another significant factor, perhaps even the one that truly solidified this observation for me, is the diminished priority of family tradition. This has certainly been true for my own family. I remember a time when we essentially had 3 different Christmas celebrations, often all on the same day. First, a gathering at my grandparents' house, then another at my great-aunt's, followed by Christmas with our immediate family. These were incredibly exciting times, filled with the joy of seeing aunts, uncles, and cousins whom I didn't get to see very often. But with the passage of time, we've strayed further from that cherished tradition. In just the last couple of years, the only Christmas we celebrate is solely with our immediate family, and gatherings with my extended family have become a thing of the past. This isn't just about Christmas, it extends to Thanksgiving and beyond, with family reunions, which used to be annual events with both sides of my family, becoming rare occurrences. I strongly believe a major driver behind this erosion of holiday spirit and tradition is, once again, consumerism. It subtly yet effectively whittles away at nearly everything I've discussed. When you focus solely on consumerism, it strips the holiday of its inherent meaning, its traditions, its family-centered essence, all the things that once made the holidays truly special and fostered that invaluable spiritual connection. It monetizes every aspect, and when anything in life is monetized, its spirit inevitably degrades. This holds true for almost everything. As soon as something is reduced to a commodity, it becomes dehumanized and devalued. The old saying, "Money is the root of all evil," perhaps carries more weight than we often acknowledge, and considering the underlying spiritual meaning of most holidays, evil certainly doesn't align with that essence. Furthermore, another significant reason why the holidays no longer possess the same magic is that we, as a collective society, have become profoundly desensitized to almost everything around us. For a long time, I attributed this solely to social media, the constant presence of phones, the craving for instant gratification and external validation, the incessant comparison to curated highlight reels of others' lives. While social media certainly plays a significant role in this desensitization, as I've delved deeper, I've realized it's a multifaceted issue. What I'm learning is that each of us, as individuals, can only genuinely feel emotion and empathy towards approximately 150 people. Anything beyond that threshold, and the effect starts to reverse. We begin to experience apathy, feeling nothing, becoming numb. Things lose their meaning and purpose. This phenomenon explains why tragic events can unfold with hundreds of witnesses who do nothing, keeping their faces glued to their phones, continuing with their lives as if unfazed. In the past, people would have immediately intervened, offered help, or at least called for assistance, dialed 911, or contacted the police. Today, these situations occur, and everyone assumes someone else will step in, that others will make the call for help. When everyone makes this assumption, often no one acts. This is the point we've reached largely because we are increasingly being pushed into dense population centers. Many of us now reside in vast cities, sprawling apartment complexes surrounded by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Simultaneously, thanks to the internet and social media, we are connected to more people than at any other time in history. However, our innate capacity for emotion cannot encompass all these individuals. It overwhelms and overrides our natural circuitry, leading us back to that state of apathy and emotional detachment. So it's a powerful combination. The shift towards living predominantly in these massive population centers, with the rural way of life becoming less common, coupled with social media constantly exposing us to millions or billions of people at our fingertips. We are subjected to them, and in many ways, we subject ourselves to them, leading to an undeniable degradation of our emotion, empathy, and ability to feel. This absolute degradation directly impacts how we experience the holidays, because when we lose our emotional connection to the people around us, when we become so desensitized, when empathy dwindles and apathy takes root, it inevitably bleeds into every other aspect of our lives. I truly believe this is a major reason why the holidays simply don't feel the same. We are losing our emotional connection to almost everything in life, and that is a truly concerning reality. Given this understanding, the crucial question then becomes, how do we reverse this trend? How do we rekindle that spark and rediscover the genuine holiday spirit? This is an excellent question, and it's something I'm actively exploring without a definitive answer yet. However, I do have some thoughts on what might help. First and foremost, I believe a major step is to consciously limit our time on social media. I'm not suggesting that being surrounded by many people is inherently bad, as it's often inevitable, especially for those of us in major population centers. But we must be mindful not to allow ourselves to feel emotional connection for all the content we consume, particularly on social media. When we endlessly scroll, viewing content from millions, we are constantly absorbing and processing emotions, often negative ones, as negativity frequently drives engagement. Limiting your exposure to this barrage of emotion is a very effective strategy. For those in densely populated environments, a great way to counteract the overwhelming numbers is to actively seek out and connect with a very select core group of like-minded individuals, people you can genuinely trust, relate with, and openly share and reciprocate emotions with. These could be friends, family, or simply individuals who resonate with you. When you cultivate such a trusted group, you create a powerful counter-system that overrides the desensitizing effects of the larger societal shifts, helping you start to truly feel again. Essentially, it boils down to narrowing your focus. Instead of being consumed by the global world and all the uncontrollable factors and distant people outside your immediate reality, redirect your attention to the people who truly matter in your life. The more consistently we can do this, the more we retrain our minds to fully experience emotions and regain our sense of spirit. When it comes to specifically rekindling the actual holidays themselves, I truly believe it's as simple as returning to simpler ways of doing things, the traditions and customs of the past. It means reconnecting with culture, embracing family aspects, and most importantly, remembering what each holiday is actually about. We need to remember the underlying meaning, the original purpose behind the celebration. What is it about that specific day that makes it unique and special? What events or concepts are truly worth commemorating? Once we rediscover that and ground ourselves in the deeper meaning, I think that is another powerful way to reignite the spark and re-experience the holiday spirit. Perhaps it's not the holidays themselves that have changed, but rather the way we approach them, the way we live our lives, and ultimately, it's us who have changed. If this is the case, I genuinely believe that by embracing these principles and integrating them into our lives, we can indeed rediscover the true spirit of the holidays. We can return to those simpler, more fulfilling ways of doing things that once felt so fantastic. While there's currently no way to magically transport ourselves back in time to that old world and its simpler ways, by adopting these principles and thoughtfully combining them, perhaps we can bring those cherished past experiences into our present moment. This might be the path to experiencing the joy and the genuine spirit of the holidays, even in the complex modern world we all now inhabit. I don't know about you, but I am certainly going to try this out. I have no idea how it will go. But considering our current situation, I honestly feel like there's nowhere else to go but up.